Well, good morning, guys. It's John the Firearms Instructor, and we're heading to the woods this morning. It is November the 2nd. It is about 5:30 in the morning. Major feed this afternoon is around 3 o'clock, 3:30, something like that. It's going to be a beautiful day. A little wind. Should be good. We got about a 2-hour ride, and then we'll get up there. Try to get, we're going to go back to the same place we were last week and see if we can connect with one of those deer that we've been seeing in there. We got a big 6 that's going in there. We got a 7-pointer, and we got a couple 8s that we've been seeing on camera. I'll show you a couple pictures of those as we're doing these videos, and hopefully we'll get one of these son of a guns on the ground. 2 options for us. We shoot a deer early and get the hell out, or we wait for the big deer and just hold out. We're allowed to shoot a hog pretty much all summer if we want to, so I'm not so turned on the hogs right now. But if I get an opportunity at something that's just, I can't turn it down, I may go ahead and pull the trigger on it. You know, the moment you shoot something, that's when the fun starts. You gotta go get it to camp, and you gotta take it apart, and then you gotta put it in the cooler, then you gotta get it home, then you gotta cut it all apart, and all the fun stuff that happens. But that's part of the deal here. So come along with me on my journey. I'll let you know what's going on. Next time you'll see me, you and I'll be in the woods, and hopefully in a good spot that we may be able to see some stuff. All right, I'll be back.
Okay guys, it's John the Firearms Instructor. It is November the 2nd. It is about 9:10, 9:30, and we're at a different spot. Same spot we hunted last Saturday. Last Saturday. And then we've gone to a different edge of it. It's got a lot of planet pines behind me, and it's got little openings here and there and here. I'm gonna sit here most of the day. I may move all around here. We got a decent wind. It's like this way, so we gotta be on this side of the head. Works in our favor. But we may slip a little further in. My camera that's getting all the deer over there. So fingers crossed. Stay tuned with us. I'll try to do pictures and action stuff as we see it. Good, decent quiet. There was a guy up front shooting snipe. It's hunt season, so they can do that out of there. He's walking the edge of the fields in water and catching snipe moving. So we're gonna sit down and be quiet here a little bit and see what comes about. All right, I'll get back to you if I see anything. That was pretty cool. Couple trash pandas. They climbed that tree to go to bed. They'll get down later on tonight, walk around again. They were out all morning, they feeding, eating. And then they'll come back in here, cop that tree, the 2 of them. They'll sleep all day and then get up later on and go out feeding again. Now, if we could get a deer or a hog to do that same route, we're in luck. All right, stay tuned. Got a little bit of rain going on. Just a little bit. Wind's blowing. Just a little bit of rain. Sun's out and it's raining. May cool it down a little bit. That may be helpful. I'll come back and check on you. Okay guys, moved to another location. Got a little longer shooting distance, a little thicker in here. I'll be honest, but we won't be standing out in the open either, so a lot of hog rooting in here. A lot of acorns being dropped. We'll sit here for a little while and see what goes on. Seems to be a decent little area here. This is a little island surrounded by a field. The camera is way up there. I actually, check this out. There's a little deer this morning that was at the other camera. We were over here and that was over there. It was a doe. But major feed today is at 3:15 to about 4:30. So we're just gonna sit here and whatever pops up first, the deer or a hog, we're getting on the board today. So sit back, relax, enjoy it. Okay guys, we moved one more spot. The wind was kind of squirrely in there. And what it was doing is cutting across my face and going into that head. So what I decided was to come to the very edge of the head. So if it actually goes in, it's going to go in an area more across. So if it gets animals coming out of the head back out this way to the field, then won't cut my wind until the very last minute, which I'll get a better shot on. So I got like a 25 to 40 yard shot right here. This is similar to the same spot we were in last Saturday. And this is where the hogs were coming in and out of. So, and this morning, this is where that doe was. So we're back in the same sort of area. We're off a tree or two. I'm giving me more edge area as far as distance as well. So we'll sit here probably till dark unless something happens dramatically or something happens. But the wind's right now, so that makes a difference. And what I did is I pushed myself in the back corner here. People always ask, "You're wearing orange, don't you think the deer can see you?" Well, actually, deer are colorblind. They don't see orange. The hunter orange is actually for the hunters to see other hunters, so you can not mistake me for a deer. So that is a funny question people always ask. It seems like you stand like a sore thumb. Well, actually, if you brush yourself in, you could wear whatever color you wanted to. Deer have a different vision than most, so all they see is sort of grays, black and whites and grays. So they don't really see color the way you think you do. They do see UV, so a lot of times people will buy these UV lightning shampoos and stuff. But I've done it. I've sat in a stand and just with a t-shirt on and a pair of shorts, and deer were all around us. They never looked up or anything else like that. So they look for movement, they look for smell, things like that. So, all right, I'll be back, guys. Okay, it's starting to rain again, which is good. If it rains a little bit, it'll cool it down a little bit even more. We'll see what happens. So it's 2 o'clock. I just had 5 turkeys walk in. I forgot to hit the stupid button. I panned everything like a jackass. I panned it, watched them, let them walk through, looked up, and the button wasn't pushed. I'm sorry. Yeah, stupid. I won't do that I better do that when a deer comes in. Question for you. You ever wondered what an acorn tastes like? Don't do it. The shit you do when you're bored. I busted all open. It looked good. It looked like a peanut kind of deal. I took a little bit, I put it in my mouth, and it didn't taste bad at first, and then all of a sudden, it got very, very acidy. So, you can thank me. Don't do it. You know you're going to. You know you're going to, but don't do it. Just had 2 doe come up behind me. I don't know if they saw me, but they're blowing. And they couldn't tell where we were or whatever. But 2 does, so. Yeah, here we go. Wait, I gotta check this out. Every time it's raining, I got the bag on the camera. Just saw those does about 25, 30 minutes ago. Pretty cool. It's supposed to clear about 20 minutes, so I'll sit here. This may make the deer start moving, so enjoy the rain. back to raining again. It's 5 o'clock. Tomorrow is daylight savings time, so I'm sure it's going to get a little darker quicker tonight. I'm going to sit all the way to dark. Had those turkeys coming a little bit ago. Pretty cool. But beyond that, haven't seen much. Squirrels. But it's getting nice. Temperature dropped pretty good, real quick. Yeah, the temperature right now is, let me tell you real quick. Yeah, 75 degrees. So it dropped dramatically there, very quickly. About 6 degrees after that rainstorm. So if they're gonna move tonight. Major feed is going on right now. It went from like 4:30 to like 5:15, 5:30, something like that. So we're just playing around, see what's going on. Hopefully get to see something. Alright, we'll see. Well, the rain. Maybe it'll shut down before it gets dark. As Daniel Boone says, you gotta keep your powder dry. Yeah, I guess you could turn the barrel sideways, but it's a lot easier just to cover it with something. You don't want water going down your barrel. That mess your powder up. So 1 hour. It's been raining for 1 hour. Solid. So, hunting in the rain is not a bad thing. One thing about it, we can't hear very well. They can't hear very well. It takes the thermals and knocks them to the ground. So we couldn't smell very well if we had to. They can't smell very well when it's raining. We don't like to be in the rain. And they don't like to be in the rain. So chances of them moving probably slim. But you never know. Can't kill them on the couch. So we're here. Might as well take advantage of it. Alright guys, it is still raining, so I'm going to slip back to the truck. I'm going to hunt all the way back to the truck. I'll stop a couple different spots, stand for a little bit, see if we can see anything moving. And that way we're just not sitting here anymore. I just don't have any confidence anymore in the spot. I don't think they're going to move much more in here. It is 6:30. So we got probably 40 minutes of shooting light left, maybe. It's overcast and cloudy tonight, so it's gonna get darker quicker. So I'm just gonna slip on back to the truck, and maybe the closer we are to the truck, the easier it is to drag it. So that's one thing to think about. All right, I'll see you in a little bit. So one of the deals about slipping in the rain is you can walk really slow and quiet. So anytime you get a little bit of rain, not pouring, but like this, just very little minute, it's just drizzling, but it's been drizzling all day. It's made the ground wet, and you can walk on this stuff and make no noise at all, which will allow you to get a little closer. This is kind of one of those deals where you got to see it before it sees you, so you can get an opportunity. Like hogs and stuff like that, when they start eating, think about you eating popcorn and your wife asks you a question. Well, that's probably not a good thing. You don't listen to your wife anyways. But imagine you eating popcorn and someone says something to you. Physically, at that point in time, with that crunching in your ears, you can hardly hear. So, next time you're in the woods and it starts raining like this, dump the stand, get out and walk, if you have the ability to. So I saw this on the way in. Look at these two trees, how tight they are together. I'm thinking, honestly, I think that got hit by a lightning bolt and split that tree. It looks like it, because if you look way up top there, there's two split sides there. Isn't that cool? All right, it's starting to rain a lot heavier. Let's get the hell out of here. Okay, guys, back at the truck. That was a wet day. I will tell you that that's about the wettest I've been deer hunting in a long time. I kind of remember the last time while I was sitting in the woods there. It was in Georgia, right before a cold front. And I underdressed and froze my ass off. I wasn't cold today, but we got at least that last time we had a full hour and 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes before I decided to get up, and I walked all the way to the truck in the rain. Slow walk, obviously, so it got me wetter than I would have been if I would have been humping it to get the hell out of the rain, but it was still light enough to take a shot there right at the end there, and then it just darkened up real fast. So those that haven't hunted before, this was a productive day. So we see those turkeys, and we saw those deer, and we saw the garbage pandas, and we were pretty productive as far as seeing animals. As far as harvesting an animal, no. But keep in mind that this isn't about that. Maybe some of you guys watching this and never hunted before, you'd be walking the truck disappointed. But technically, if you sat out in the woods all day, like we did there on opening weekend of muzzleloader, and I sat from dark to dusk and didn't see a damn thing besides 3 turkeys. That was pretty disappointing. What days like this do for us, guys, is when we go to the woods and we find these spots and we put cameras up and the cameras start showing us stuff, we kind of can pat ourselves on the back a little bit by being able to find the animals. Because if you think about that, it's like taking your finger, putting on a map, and just pushing a spot. This is where the deer are going to be. That's not always how it goes. So we actually were able to pinpoint an area that there has been deer moving in and out of it, and so I'm happy with what we did. I'm disappointed we didn't get a shot today. I really thought we'd get a shot at a hog today, but like anything else, when it rains, no one wants to play in it. So they want to lay up, and they can't hear either. They have smell problems, and so at the end of it, it was a good day. It's a Saturday. Next week when the weather changes, it's going to be darker quicker. So who knows? We're going to keep going. One of these days, we're going to be able to pull that trigger and put something on the ground. But I appreciate you being with me tonight. I appreciate you being my hunting buddies. I appreciate you going with me. I hope you're sharing this with somebody maybe who's not a hunter. Share it with your kids. Get them interested in going to the woods. Maybe not deer hunting right off the bat. Maybe just fishing or shooting or anything else like that. But if you want to take a kid, do all that stuff, make sure you know what you're doing first before you take the kid out there. Always wear your safety orange in rifle season, hat and vest. Always follow the safety rules as much as possible. And have fun. That's the key thing to this, you know, this is a passion of mine, going out deer hunting. I missed it for 10 years, and I was able to get back to it with the graces of my son, Jacob, who works every Saturday hard for me, and he normally doesn't work Saturdays because he works Sundays. So he doubles up when I'm able to go deer hunting. So I appreciate you, son. I love you very much. My son Johnny always says, I would have got something today. I would have got something. So he's been deer hunting with me maybe 3 or 4 times in his life, but he would get something. So, you know, it's part of that deal. It is fun. It is out there. It is something you can do with the family. It is something you can enjoy, and it's natural. You eat the meat. It's sustainable, and there's no extra little bullshits in there. No, you know, all the stuff that they're putting in our meat nowadays when you shoot a wild game. None of that stuff's in there. So, all right. Until next time, God bless, be safe, and remember, you are your first line of defense. Love you guys very much. We'll see you. Bye-bye.